Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
All right. 3, 2, 1. There you go.
What do you say? What do you say? It's Mr. Gary. I'm with your people. I came to find your coaches, and guess what? I got them. What's up, coaches? Now, y'all know good well if the guys on the football team sounded like that when they got ready to go out to play the game, y'all was bitching. I'm going to try it again. What's up, coaches? There y'all go. Them your people. You know it. What's up, coach? I'll start right here. Now, you're an assistant coach, right? Because I heard you saying that before we started taping, because you didn't want to lose your job. And you wanted to make sure that you didn't want people to think that you thought you was the coach yet.
Correct.
So what does it mean to be the assistant? Is it assistant coach? Assistant athletic director? What is it?
I'm the assistant coach, defensive coordinator at Roosevelt High School.
At Roosevelt High School?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so listen, what kind of season are y'all going to have this year?
We're going to have an awesome season.
Did you have a good, awesome one last year? So what makes you think you're going to have an awesome one this year? What's the season?
We're ready. You're ready. We're getting prepared. We're preparing our kids to play.
Okay, well, tell me too. One thing I know was someone is a man in a suit like this. And he got on a suit collar suit, black and gold. That's just a shout out, you see. Coach, hello, talk to us. How you doing? Now, where are you the coach at? Carnahan High School. Okay, now tell me, what are your guys going to get prepared for this season?
Conditioning is the big thing.
Conditioning, okay, okay. So how do they do that? Do they just eat Twinkies in the summertime and they come out and ready to be conditioned?
Nutrition is a big thing. Not just for athletics, but just for education. Nutrition, conditioning, running,
okay.
Fit.
Are y'all ready to run against Roosevelt this year?
No, we're not.
Y'all not? Okay. We're gonna move right on down here. What's up, Sumner? The Bulldog.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's up? Now you look like you one of the young coaches. So what do you mean?
I am the head football coach. So I'm the youngest one here. But I am the head football coach.
Yeah, how you know you're the youngest one here? Right. Are your guys ready? Because see, back in the day, Sumner used to be like the school. Well, you know, lately, I'm just saying. What's up?
Well, we're still working hard. We're trying to get it back to what it used to be.
Okay.
The old school promise.
Okay, so listen. So he says, coach says it's conditioning. What is the key for your guys?
Well, our key is main thing, understanding football. They got to understand the game.
Yes, sir.
Understand down and distance, understand things like that. And I think that'll make a big difference once every ball.
Okay. Now here we go. This is the one shaking his head. Come on, step over here. You can tell. He think he the clean one. You can see he ain't gonna do nothing, but just tell him what to do. What's up? How you doing, man? Now you are
Coach Seals, head coach at Confluence Prep.
Confluence Prep. Okay.
Yes,
What's the key for you all?
Our kids are mental games.
Mental game.
Yes, our mental game. Being able to understand it's not always about the athletics. Making football into a big man's game, to an aspect where you can always be in games and never give up and those type of things.
So is that your way of saying y'all not gonna have a good winning season this year?
That's not my way of saying it. Yes, I will. It's my way of saying I'm not going to say with them 3 seasons. That's exactly what he means.
Now here we go. We got the one coach back here. He tried to run when the cameras started rolling. What's up? Now this is the athletic director. Is that right? What's up, Mr. AD? Better known as AD. See, Mr. Gary, no, the AD, the athletic coach. So tell me, what is it as an athletic director? Because it's not just about football; it's about all the sports. What is the key to winning for you?
Well, the key is to just get the kids to dedicate to their sport, to their athletics and their academics.
Okay.
And that'll make overall student.
Okay. And with Rashawn, because you all have such a rich history in sports, so many alum. I mean, people before UCD was Rashawn. You know, I'm just gonna shout out to UCD again. So what's up? What is it?
Well, I mean, like you said, it's tradition, and folks look forward to good football, good basketball, just good sports overall at Rashawn. So it's like come out to support.
Okay.
And that's what's been great about being at Rashawn.
All right. Now listen, this gentleman over here, how you doing, sir? You ain't been more got on no coach tie, no shirt, no nothing. You just came on and showed up. What's your name? Straight off the field. That's what's up, baby. Them your people. They come straight off the field to get it in. How you doing, coach?
Coach Campbell, Roosevelt High School, head football coach.
Okay, Coach Campbell, Roosevelt High School, football coach. Okay. What is the key?
The key is dedication.
Dedication.
Preparation.
Preparation.
Kids have a good character.
Good character, okay. And you know what, and that's so cool because not only do we talk about this now for the students, but those characteristics have to be good for all the students, even if they're not playing sports. So that's good.
Students and your coaches.
Okay, now tell me, what kind of year y'all gonna have?
I think we have an exciting year.
Now you see what you think?
We prepared hard during this off season after being pulverized by all these coaches over the last year. especially the corner hand coach.
Okay, is that what it is?
But
Okay.
we're just gonna go out and play football this year.
Okay, all right now, Coach, come on. What's up? How you doing, Coach?
Well.
And you on when were you? And from where?
Normandy Collaborative High School.
Oh, Normandy Collaborative High School. Okay.
The new Normandy.
The new Normandy Collaborative. So that means we're looking for some new good things from you.
Oh, no doubt.
Are y'all ready?
No, we are.
And then I understand that some of the alums have really been putting back financially into your program. Is that
Oh,
right?
no doubt about it. We have a community effort over there that's really going.
That's right. That's
Our
right.
student athletes are excited about it.
Okay, fantastic. Which our Christmas colors?
Right.
Right.
Well,
What is
we're
it?
just
Green?
red and white now.
Red and
We're
white
through
now.
the green now.
Y'all through the green now. Okay, that's it. Here we go, sir. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm great.
Hey, look, these are your people. Ain't nobody else tried to grab the microphone, but Pretty Ricky done came up in here and he grabbing the microphone. There you go, Coach. Go ahead. No, take it. How you doing?
I'm great.
Now tell us who you are and what's going
I'm
on.
Coach Jason Doolittle from Gateway STEM High School, the Jaguars.
Okay, all right. Tell us, what's the key this year?
The key is actually a combination of what all those coaches just talked about: dedication, sacrifice, commitment. You know, that's a combination of what we all need to be successful.
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna preach to our guys this year.
Okay, well, I tell you what. Can I have a back
keep
now?
it.
I sure want to thank you. Listen, we're looking for, hey guys, what's going on? Come on, are you one of the coaches? Come on over here. Who are you?
Coach Gary Johnson.
Coach Gary Johnson. Now, what were you with, Coach Gary Johnson?
I'm the head coach down at Live Life Academy.
Oh, really? So tell us about it. What's the key? What's the winning
he's
thing?
late as usual.
And he's late as usual. See, them your people there tell, and nobody likes a snitch. Nobody. Look at it. See there? Come on.
I'll ride with you.
That's right. You're here.
I'm here, so
What can we expect out of you all this year?
you can really respect hard work.
Hard work.
Respect a good show.
Good show.
And
Sportsmanship.
a great attitude.
And a great
And that's
attitude.
what I try to instill in my boys.
Okay, that's what it is. Fantastic. We appreciate you, Coach. So what do you say? I'm Mr. Gary. We're down here. We're getting in from a coach's perspective. But what we want you to know and understand is this. It's not just about what they do on the field. It's about what they do off the field. And we want you all to make sure if you got young athletes, see to it that they're taking care of themselves, getting enough rest, but make sure that they understand it's about the books. It's about the books. It's about the books. Make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do, because after all, those athletes, now those are your people.
Urban Coaches Alliance to put together an organization to really help benefit the well-being of our kids in our community. So all of our coaches that you'll see today in the Alliance, I'll introduce each one of them. We all are committed to making a difference in these kids' lives. How do you do that? First of all, you create a positive atmosphere, you create a positive environment, and you get these kids in college. See, this ain't about just playing high school ball for us. You know, this is about getting our kids in college, keeping them off the streets, giving them positive, and be positive examples for these kids, and that's what we're going to do today. This is historic, folks. This is the first time this has ever happened. It's the first time that you're able to put together schools that may have different philosophies, schools that may not even get along, players who may not want to play with one another, but what we've been able to do with this whole dynamic is get kids and adults to get together and do the right thing. What's really interesting is this. Sports is one thing that can transcend a lot of things. It don't matter, you're black, you're white, rich, you're poor, or whatever. Sports bring it all together. When you get on the field, especially at football, football is the ultimate team sport. Of any sport in America, football is the ultimate team sport. You know why? I don't care if you're poor, I don't care if you're rich, I don't care if you have money or anything. You know what it comes down to? I'm gonna protect the best interest of this player next to me. I'm gonna do my assignment to make sure we all can be successful. And if we can make each one of these schools in our line successful, you know what happens? Our kids will go to college. See, it ain't about having one school being good. It's about making multitude of schools being good. When you're able to do that, when people come in and invest in our kids, they're investing in a kid that has commitment, quality of a person, being a hard worker, being understanding and working with one another. See, that's what sports is all about. It's all about us making our young men become positive young men in our community. I'm tired every time I know you look at the news, you see all these young people out there dying, man. I'm tired of it. And we all should be sick and tired of it. That's why I got to commend each coach that committed to this thing 6 months ago, folks, and we've done a lot of things. We did a community day out in the street. We're doing some more things. We're working our 707 together. We're doing our training camps together. We went up to Lincoln University together. Those are the things that wasn't happening. Now it's happening. And it's called the Urban Coaching Alliance. And we're not talking about not inviting other folks, but the 8 schools that we have in here who's a part of this alliance, those are coaches I know personally. And I believe in their mission, and I believe in their goal, and I believe in what they're trying to do for these young men. I am telling you, I am tired of seeing our young men die, folks. It's up to us, and sports can always transcend. It can change things. We got to start being the example in our high schools, to the middle schools. When you are an athlete, you know, that's the burden you got to talk. You got to carry that burden, man. Y'all got to step your game up. How do you do that? By being an example every time you step on the field. Understanding, listening to your coach, working hard, getting the grades. Had a coach in Southeast Missouri State tell us, if I have a kid that has a 2.5 GPA and score 14 on his ACT, SAT, score ACT, I would take him. But if I have a kid that has a 1.9 GPA and he has a 20 on his ACT, 22, 23, 24, I won't take him. And I said, wow, coach, why not? You know what he said? Because he's lazy. He's not committed. How can you be great on the test when in your everyday work you don't do what you got to get done? I am telling you, it's time for us, folks, to get it done. And a couple other programs we're implementing. I'm going to bring my good friend up here, Maurice Ashman. He is what you call a grand master in chess. And some people say, wow, man, what chess have to do with sports? They ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, it does. It got a lot of parallel to what we're going to try to do. He is the first African-American grandmaster in chess in the world. He's out of New York. So that means he's one of the best chess players in the world. He's putting on a $1 million chess tournament in Vegas, the first of its kind. He came into St. Louis to be a part of this with me tonight. And what we're going to do is set up a time where he's going to go, where we're going to have a big meeting with the coaches and the players. Because he's going to tell you how it parallels one another. It does. It works. And when I talk to him, I can see his methodical thinking. I see how he slow it down. He's a guy out of New York. He was in the Bronx of New York. Took that. Somebody set him down to play chess. Now he's recognized all over the world. And he's going to say a couple words about how we're going to collaborate. We're going to collaborate together. We're going to put chess into football, where each one of you guys, I know something got like, chess, what the heck? Look, trust me, I understand it now. I understand just talking to him, how he made me think differently. Maurice, come on up here. Give it up for Maurice. And what we're going to do, folks, I'm going to promise you this. This is about the kids, so it ain't about us or the coaches. But there are some things that we need to make sure we emphasize what we're trying to get accomplished. He's going to take just a short minute to talk about how we're going to integrate the chess with football. And then when we get to the program we're going to work, we're going to introduce each one of the coaches. The coach is going to bring their player up, introduce the player. Then we're going to sit the players down. And then we're going to have them being interviewed by the media. It's going to be on High School Q. It's going to be on STL TV. It's going to be in American. It's going to be in Argus. It's going to be in the World newspaper. So we got a lot of folks here. It's a lot of folks here, right? And think about it. It's the first time it's ever happened. So each and every one of you are part of history. And congratulations to you, young men, because I know the coaches identified the best kids in terms of not only on the playing field, but who can be an example for their institutions. And that's what it's all about. So there you go, Maurice.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. First of all, I want to thank Demetrious Johnson. Give it up, please, for all he's done to bring you guys together. I think it's a beautiful thing. When I talked to him, it was 2 months ago, he and I met. We met at the chess club at Scholastic Center of St. Louis. How many of you, by the way, know about that club in the Central West End? How many of you know about your chess club? Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Did you know that that club and the work they're doing has caused St. Louis to be named by the U.S. Congress as the capital of chess in the United States of America? Your city is the capital of chess in the United States of America. because of that club and all the work they're doing with the World Chess Hall of Fame. Incredible work. They're spreading chess to all the kids, 100 schools, bringing coaches. So you got to give it up to that club because they are bringing chess to our neighborhoods and teaching chess strategy. Now, when DJ and I met, we started talking strategy in football. I'm a big sports fan. I'm a Giant fan coming out of New York Giants. And I've always seen the connection between chess and football because chess is a strategy game and football is a strategy game. As a matter of fact, I was listening to the coaches get interviewed earlier and they said, what's the one thing they want to teach their kids this year? What is the main thing? And each coach had something to say. The one I really picked up, I forget what coach said, the mental game. Which was the coach that said the mental game? There you go. He said the mental game. He wants his kids to think on the field, to strategize, to be smarter than the kid next to him. Because the fact is, if you have a little bit more talent than I do, but I'm smarter than you, I'm going to beat you. Talent plus strategy and brains equals success. Now, I coached a team in New York called the Raging Rooks. I was a chess team out of Central Harlem. A lot of people didn't expect black kids from the hood, Central Harlem, and all the problems of Harlem to go anywhere. I took that team, and with dedication and focus and application and determination, we went to the national championships, and we came in first place ahead of all the other teams. People didn't expect that of us, but they expected it of themselves. And when I look at you guys, young men, I'm so impressed by your demeanor, by your attitude, by your swag. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little edge to that. We're going to add the strategies of chess and the thing that that board game teaches. That game has been around. Chess has been around for 1,500 years for a reason. And we're going to unlock some of those strategies. We're going to work with your coaches. We're going to work with you guys and show you some of the secret strategies behind chess and how that integrates with football. It integrates with life and reality. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm going to give this alliance the edge that other people don't have, that other places won't have, and we're going to take it to the next level. So thanks so much for involving me in the program. I really appreciate it, and we look forward to making this big.
Thank you, Jay, and thank all the coaches for, this is a great opportunity for the kids. So I think that's real great. My players today, I brought Brandon Jones is our first player we have. I'm going to ask him to come up, Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones is a senior. He's wide receiver, and he also plays defensive back. This guy here is definitely a playmaker. He's going to make a big difference for Bashan. We can put the ball in his hands. We can make things happen for him. He's a 4-year starter for us. So he'll be starting this year. He's been up on varsity since he's a freshman. So we got a lot of interest in Brandon Jones. He'll be one of the guys for you guys to look out as a player this year. He has an offer from we got an offer from Southeast Missouri University this year, and he has several other schools that are interested in him. So this year, keep your eye open for Brandon Jones. Next, I have John Mitchell. John Mitchell is also a receiver, and he also plays free safety. John will be one of the guys to look out for. He has the ability to stretch the field, making good catches and everything this year. He has 2 offers already. He has an offer, same as Brandon, he has an offer from Southeast Missouri, and he also has one from Lincoln University.
Thank you, everybody. It's an honor to be here. Thank the Coaches Alliance, DJ, for this opportunity for our young man. I'm introducing the gentleman that will be representing Carnahan this year, the 2 seniors. To my right is Curtis Phillips, who is a 4-year starter for me. They're both one as a running back and a defensive back safety. He's also a 3-year first team all-conference and 2-year all-district player. To my left is Eric Williams, my wide receiver, free safety. Had a unique opportunity, got selected to be part of the 707 Rams national competition team this year. We're looking for great things out of both of these young men, And our ultimate goal at Carnegie High School is to get our young men in college. Last year we were blessed and fortunate that every one of our young people that played for us was able to go to college somewhere next year. So these young men will be representing us this year.
Thank you, Coach Scott. The next coach, every time I talk with him.
How's everybody doing? First of all, I would like to thank DJ, of course. I want to piggyback on some of the other guys because more than anything, he exposing our neighborhoods, people. And that's what we need. We need exposure. Sometimes our kids, they lack it because they don't have the exposure for people to see them and for them to go to other places and go to school. So first of all, I want to give a hand clap to DJ. I'd first like to introduce Marquise Smith. He's a senior. What's special about Marquise is, since I've been here, I'm going on my 3rd season as the head coach. And of course, like you said, I'm not from here, I'm from Texas. But Marquise has been starting on the football team since his sophomore year. Okay, this is the longest reigning senior I have on the football team for summer. And he has made sure he's been my cornerstone. So anything I need on the football team, Marquise has been able to do that. And I know when he go on to college, he'll be able to do the same thing. He'll be well prepared. And also I have Demetrious Cooper. What's different about Cooper is he plays 3 sports. Okay, he runs track, he plays basketball, and he also plays football. But the other thing that makes him so special, he has 3.2 GPA. Okay, he has 3.2 GPA. Now, one thing I like about Cooper since his freshman year, he's been competing on the varsity level. Okay, when you see a guy like Marquise, that's what I want to see. When Marquise get on graduate, he do other things, Cooper gonna take his place. And that's what we try to do. We try to start a feeder system, trying to start a program. So thank you.
Okay, appreciate that. I am Coach Rory Seals, head coach of Florence Prep. We're looking to have a pretty exciting team this year. Flanked to my right, Mr. Martin Williams, and flanked to my left, Mr. Jamil Massey. And to speak on these young men, of course, first my junior, Mr. Martin Williams, who is about the undoubtedly most talented player that I have. Also matches that talent level with his leadership level, his leadership in the classroom, being a B student, also going out, doing other work outside. He interned at Priory High School even this year in the Aim High program, giving back, doing his thing as far as coaching with the younger kids, just like we give back to the players. So I think those accolades are even that much more so and that much more important to instill in our student athletes to go out, be sure that you give back, you use your God-given talent, of course, as a conduit to a future, but then you, of course, have to understand that your time will pass, and if you don't go out there and build a legacy out there, then the time might not mean as much. So a lot of shouts out to Morgan Williams, excellent athlete, football, basketball, and track. One spot away from going to state, 100 and 200 in track and field class 3. We're looking to make a lot of plays, a lot of positions, use him as basically an athlete. So very excited about him for the next 2 years. Morgan Williams. Last, of course, not least, is my senior, Jamil Massey himself. Words can describe this young man. Now, has always been an exemplary student, member of National Honor Society, 3.6 GPA. Plays defensive end, offensive guard, being actively recruited by North Dakota State, SEMO, Truman State, among some others. Very dedicated. The thing about Jamil is being a senior and being in this new program is how he took on the leadership role with a lot of the younger students. Really committed in this off season, was very impressed, didn't miss a day, was never late. Probably get about 15 reps at 2 1/4. The drop of a hat, squats about 330. It's going to look to make a lot of plays for us. It's great to have your best players also be your most disciplined players and your leaders. And we're going to look to build a strong foundation on that establishment. We're honored to be here, honored to be a part of the Coaching Association and Alliance, and we're looking for some great things. So I thank you so much for coming out. Mr. Mark Williams, Mr. Jamil Massey.
First off, I want to say thank you for DJ, thank you to the coaches, because with the Coaches Alliance is giving Live for Life a little bit more exposure. Because the first question I get most of the time is, this your first year, as a program, but it's actually not. So thank DJ and the Alliance for giving us recognition around town. But first, I have Darion Glover. Darion is going to be will be a junior for us. Finished state 6th in wrestling last year. 3.0 GPA, varsity baseball player, team captain for the football team. Great student, great young man around the neighborhood, around the community. He's involved in a Sioux Lord Energy project around the neighborhood of our school, and he's always doing something. He's like a young me, like we always doing something, and he's always doing something. I promise you, I fuss at him because he do too much. So, Demetrious Glover, linebacker and fullback for us, Demetrious Glover. And again, I got Dustin Ballard, 3.3 student. He plays quarterback, receiver, defensive back for us. 3.3, like I said, 18 ACT. He also volunteers with the Society of Wyman teenager project. He helps around the community. Varsity baseball athlete, wrestler also. Great kid, respected around the school. He also is a great leader, team captain also. So Dustin Ballard, Demetrious Glover, let's like the captain.
And I'm talking about his background. He's a former St. Louis U High star and a University of Illinois star. I wish Missouri was still playing in the football. We know we had the first win every year, but I guess it's not happening this year. Let me bring up my good friend, Coach Doolett from Gateway STEM High School.
Good evening. My name is Coach Doolett, again from Gateway STEM High School. We're really excited about our team this year. We're trying to get it back to the days when Sheldon Richardson roamed the field and Anthony Pearson roamed the field, who Sheldon Richardson, who is now in the NFL right now, right off of Cabinet Avenue. But we're really excited. I want to thank you, DJ, for this wonderful opportunity. So many times you hear about the negativity in the PHL and the negativity with our inner city kids, but right now this is a beautiful thing to see these young men in suits and talking up there, speaking and working towards a common goal. So this is a beautiful thing, DJ, and the rest of these coaches. I tell these guys at Gateway, you're going to have 3 opportunities. You're going to have the opportunity to get a great education. You're going to have the opportunity to serve in your community, all right? And you're going to have the opportunity to play great football. And that's what these 2 guys do. I want to introduce Joe Collins and Kalen Fields. Kalen Fields is a 4-year starter. He played on Gateway's 2011 PHL championship and district quarterfinal run in 2011. He is a 3.7 GPA. He's been on the honor roll every year in high school. He has worked on the off season at the Edward Jones Diversity Awareness Partnership and serving in the community. And he's getting looks from a couple smaller schools, and we're really excited about him. He plays linebacker and tight end. Joe Collins, he is a 6 foot, 186 outside linebacker, plays some tight end for us. Joe is also a 3.0 GPA, excellent student in the classroom. In his off season, he interns at the St. Louis Police Department, and he interns with the Matthew Dickey's Boys and Girls Club. And he is an excellent player. He's worked himself up to being a captain this year, and he's also getting some looks for some smaller schools. And we're really excited about these 2 young men and about Gateway football this year. Thank you.
The next coach is,
Thank you, DJ. E. Roosevelt High School. Like I said, my name is Coach Cam from Roosevelt. Been there 9 years as the head football coach. Very excited about this season. We had a good summer. These guys put in a lot of hard work this summer, especially during the off season. Both of these guys ran track, and they worked really hard. I'm gonna first start with Deontay Campbell. Of course, he's my son. It was a very hard transition for him coming to Roosevelt. From K through 8, Lindbergh School District, he said. His mom and I kind of battled him coming to an inner city school. How would he adjust? He's maintained a 3.4 or better since his freshman year. Honor roll since freshman year. He's been recruited as an athlete. Got an invite to the University of Illinois Junior Day like this past year. He's going to be asked to play
a lot of positions this year, preferably quarterback, but he doesn't want to play it, but we get somebody else, of course. You can go to wide receiver, but that's his main position, wide receiver. Very excited to have him on the team. I think he's going to do some exciting things, and he stays disciplined and stay away from the girls. So this is Deontay, my son. This young fella here is Corey Watson. He transferred in last year from Vianney. Played running back at Vianney. Played for Roosevelt last year. Did some exciting things for us last year, but this year he really turned up his game a notch. He worked really hard during the off season, all summer, first one in practice. I mean, just going an extra mile to get better this year. Had an excellent camp in Normandy. Last running back I coached, and I had the feeling about, he rushed for 2,000 yards, Terry Washington on the University of Colorado. He definitely has that capability, and we're definitely looking forward to him making some exciting plays for us. He's also being recruited by Missouri Baptist, Missouri Valley, getting some interest from Illinois State as well, and also my son getting a lot of Division I AA interest and Division II. So we definitely look forward to these guys making plays for Roosevelt High School, and we hope they make plays. Deontay Campbell, Corey Watson.
He's been a part of our foundation for the last 15 years. During the summer program, he runs all of our football camp. He's a very disciplined coach. When you see his players, they're going to be very respectful, they're going to be very disciplined. This guy is one of the backbones of our program, our foundation, the Demetrious Charitable Foundation. And he's the guy that I depend on a lot of times when I need to get information about how to handle situations with these young men out here. It's my good friend, the backbone of our sports program, football program, the foundation, Coach Jim Collins from Normandy.
First of all, let me just say congratulations to DJ and the whole coaching alliance. It's truly a blessing to be amongst some of the great coaches in St. Louis. I don't think these guys get enough credit. And they spend so much time away from their families and the things that they do in the community, so we need to give all these coaches a round of applause. I'm the head football coach at the new Normandy Collaborative High School. To my right is Kevin Black. Kevin Black is a junior. He has 3 offers currently from the University of Illinois, K-State, and North Dakota State, and a fine young man. He's a 3-year starter for us. He started right tackle for us as a freshman. He'll probably be the top offensive lineman in the Suburban East Conference this year. Great young man. We're excited about him. He's going to do a great job for us. This young man here is Kerryon Coleman. This is our signal caller. Young man, he's a young guy in our program, but we're looking for great things from him. He's really disciplined. He's just a great kid. Very humble. We ask a lot of our quarterbacks, and he's doing a great job, and he's working really hard this summer, and I'm expecting a lot of things from both of these young men who represent the new collaborative Normandy High School.
Clyde C. Miller School, and his coach not here, so I'm going to talk about him. Why are you coming up here with me, man? I'm going to talk about him. Jalen James. He is the senior quarterback over at Clyde C. Miller High School, and I'm going to make an announcement why I got him up here. He's thrown 19 touchdowns, 1,200 yards throwing the ball, 650 yards rushing the ball. He's been recruited by Illinois, Iowa State, North Dakota State, Arkansas State, Southeast Missouri State, Tulsa, SIU Carbondale. And let me tell you about the young man. He's the first team for 3 years in a row, all PHL, all conference player of the year. I mean, this kid right here is just special. And I'm gonna make this announcement. I know some of the coaches are gonna be mad at me, but we decided at Charter this year when we do the high school games of the week that one of the games we're gonna be doing is gonna be the Career Academy, and we're gonna do a Gateway Tech game, and we're gonna do a Vashon game. So those are the games we're gonna do. It's the first time probably in the last 10 years, me doing the games on Charter, that we're going to be doing 2 PHL games. And not to disrespect anybody, so I don't want anybody to feel we did that purposely, but what we have to do is look at the schools of the kids that been heavily recruited, the number of kids, and that's how we kind of came up with that thing. Now, however, we'll also look at the schools throughout the year, and if they're doing well in the playoffs, we can adjust our schedule and do games of your teams in the playoffs. But I am really honored and proud to announce tonight, Terry,